Hi, beautiful people. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Honest Am here, your creator and writer of the Honestly Sis newsletter, a bi-weekly newsletter geared towards millennials who are truly trying to get their shit together. And I am here for another daily motivational video where we use the tarot to become the alchemists of our lives and to teach us how to become spiritual beings. So, hi guys. I miss you guys so much. So I went on my vacation with my family. I got recharged. I've been gearing up for my yoga class. And honestly, I know I've been away, but it's been for good reasons. Like, I've really just been in this place of just like gratitude, doing some really deep reflections. And like, I just realized, like, I really feel like this yoga class is a manifestation and an extension of what I do here on the YouTube channel. And I just want to thank y'all. I've been practicing my yoga flow and really getting ready for the first class. And at first I was really freaking out because I'm like, damn, like what am I going to talk about? What's going to be my message? And then I just realized like the purpose of intuitive yoga is to be intuitive. And so I'm going to be just like how I do my messages on here. I'm going to be doing intuitive messages to the class. And this is I'm just excited. I really am proud of myself. I really feel myself stepping into this new level of my life. And I know that it's all because of the work that we have done here on the channel. So I thank you so much for listening to me, watching me cry, go through all these changes with me. Because it's going up from here. Like, this is the motherfucking victory lap. Like, we are I can just feel my life about to change. And before I even keep talking, let's just go ahead and get into the cards. So, dear God, guardian angels, and ancestors, what information do you deem worthy for us to hear at this time? Please deliver these messages to me and through me. Allow no room for doubt or confusion. Angel number 146. I'm so excited. I had like a Raven Simone moment yesterday. And I was like, woo! It was crazy. The gifts are online. And I'm just happy. All right, we're going to do it one more. And I'm actually just going to take that. I'm not going to shuffle no more because guess what it is? Creativity. And this is what I have been feeling. Creativity. We really have this angel. And for the first time, I'm looking at this totally differently. We have this angel. And it looks as though this angel is at an art gallery. And for some reason, I'm getting that energy of, for my P-Valley girls, that episode 9, I want to say it was, when Mercedes went to the Mercedes experience. If you haven't seen P-Valley, one of the main characters, Mercedes, she has this, interaction / situationship with this couple where she was getting a sponsorship and ended up going left because the wife ended up falling in love with her, and the wife was a suppressed artist. And Mercedes, seeing Mercedes just really allow her to pick back up her camera. And then she made this whole art exhibit. And it was the first time that Mercedes was able to see herself, step outside of herself and see what she does and see the art in it and see the beauty in it. And just to see she's not just a hoe, or she's not just, a stripper, but she's really, what she does with her body is really truly an art form. And so she has this, this moment of appreciation. And this is what I'm getting from this creativity. I'm getting that we are all in this place where, and if you're not, I feel like God is asking you to get to this place where you look at how far you've come. Look at all the work you've done. I don't know about you guys, but the other day, actually I've been doing this a lot lately. Because I put so much energy into my IG page that I was just looking at all of my older messages, looking at all the stuff I put into it, looking at some Honestly Sis articles. I wrote an article for Honestly Sis, getting back into typing back up for my part 2 for my story. I just been in this place where I just really been looking at all of the work that I've been doing, and I've just been like, damn, I really have been steadfast on this journey. And that's why I feel like this yoga class and me stepping into this space is just an extension of what I have been doing here, because I believe in myself. I don't know, that sounds corny, but it's I really believe in myself. And I know I'm talented, and it's not from this ego stance, but because I see it. I really genuinely see my growth. And when I listen to these messages, I think that's why I will never stop doing these messages until I finish, because every time I listen to these messages, I hear something new, I learn something. And I just be like, damn, like this is really me having a conversation with my higher self, me connecting with God, me really channeling information. Because there's shit that I've said to you guys on this channel that I didn't know, or I didn't have this realization until I listened to it. And I'm like, damn, okay, now I understand it. And like I was telling you before, I listen to my messages and I hear different shit out of them all the time. And so I don't think I will ever stop doing it, because I'm doing it for a higher purpose, versus when I'm doing my P-Valley review. Yeah, I love it. Yeah, I love doing TV, but it's really my ego. I was doing that out of ego. I was doing it because I'm like, oh, I can do TV reviews and maybe this will help me get more followers. And it's like every time you do shit from an ego place, like it's hard for you to sustain it. You know, that's why God always say, do stuff from your heart. Do stuff that really fuels you. But not going any further, I'm just going to say this is what this energy, angel number 545, I'm getting. Like, God is just telling you to like sit back, look at your creation, look at how much work you've done. And maybe you're not an artist, maybe you haven't been working on a book or anything like that, but look at yourself, look at the work you've done in yourself. Look at how you approach life, look at how you approach your days differently, look at your mindset. How have your mindset changed? You're not that same negative person that you used to be. You are more optimistic. You're more carefree. You're more self-loving. You don't have any problem with, being on your own. You're taking yourself on more solo dates. You're not afraid to be seen. Like, that's your creativity. And the other day I actually went to this, not even went to, but I attended this full moon circle for Leo, and she was just talking all about like Leo and how it's like pretty much like this energy of creativity. It's wanting us to see our power as creators. And she said something that really touched me. I can't remember what she said, but I remember that from whatever she said, I had when it came to our time to like talk about our intentions and what we want, I said, I don't have to fight to become what I already am, because I am a creator. Like, we are all naturally creators, and every day I come in here or I have this energy of, I want to earn a living being a creative. I want to earn this. Like, I don't have to earn a living being a creator, because I am a creator. That's essentially who I am. Like, at my core, at my being, every day, like you and me, every day we're creating. We're creating with the thoughts that we think, with the words that we speak, what we put our energy towards. It's creating our life. You want to know what fate is? Fate is nothing but the sum of your actions on a day-to-day basis. We always think about fate, right? And we think about it and it's really, really, oh my God, guys, y'all are not even gonna believe these cards. But we always think about fate in like these, this negative sense of, oh, it's fated and you just can't get out of it. But what if we look at fate as, fate is a sum? And I got this from Queen Cup Tarot. I haven't finished her message, but a part of it, I got it. It's coming in here. But it's like, what if the fate that you get, the way that you choose your destiny timeline, the way that you manifest is by the actions that you take on a day-to-day basis. That chooses your fate. So if every day you're working on your creativity, every day you're working on being the best person that you could be, every day you're working on feeding yourself, forgiving yourself, loving yourself, your fate is going to change. Your fate is going to go on that path of being your highest self. You don't have to, this is what God is trying to get us to understand. You don't have to fight to be what you already are. You're naturally abundant. You're naturally whole. You're naturally loving. So all you have to do is every day align with who you choose to be, who you know yourself to be. And if that is an artist, if that is a lover, if that, whatever the fuck that is, when you put your time, effort, and energy into it, it's going to manifest into something magical. And it's going to seem like, oh, I did it. And it's not even like magic. It's just you. This is who you are. This was why we were created. God created humans. God created this earth. The reason why we're in a simulation is to have experiences. How do we have experiences? How do we create those experiences? We create those experiences by the thoughts that we think, by the feelings that we have, by our creativity, our power, by saying, I want to experience something new. But the problem is we experience so much bad shit in our life and we think that's how life's supposed to go. And so, oh my God, here we go. Thank you, God. I knew there was a reason why I bought this out. Angel number 10. So wait, before I read this, I want to talk about these two cards that came out. Under for creativity, we have the Lovers and the Ten of Cups. What this says to me is that what God is trying to show you is that when you do something with your heart and your heart in it, when you do something just because of the pure love of it, for the pure creativity of it, it's going to lead you to the Ten of Cups. It's going to lead you to happy ever after. And you don't have to do it alone, because we know that the Lovers, what is the Lovers? It's the divine masculine and divine feminine. And mind you, we have all of that within us. So what God is saying is once you connect to the divine masculine and the divine feminine within you, then you can connect with the divine masculine and divine masculine within another. And as I told you guys last week, a part of this is a part of your plan. And so a lot of us, we go on these journeys of, going after our dreams, and we have these society, mandates. Oh, I can't be successful and have love. Oh, I can't have it all. Oh, I can't, be in a loving relationship and also be a go-getter. And what God is saying, who the fuck told you that? My promise is that if you follow your creativity, if you follow your heart bliss, then it's going to ultimately lead you to the Ten of Cups. It's going to lead you to everything you want and you desire. And all you have to do is just have boundaries. All you have to do is just stay focused on that on a day-to-day basis. Every day you put one foot in front of the other. In our full moon circle, we were talking about how we're in this cycle of like chaos and how, there's a lot going on. But the reason why we're in this cycle of chaos is because the old world is dying away, so that the new one can be born. And so what our job is as spiritual beings, as light workers, as whatever the fuck you want to call yourself, as a human being, if you want to participate in this as a spiritual being, that's what I meant to say, as a spiritual being, then what God is telling you, you have to stay focused. You have to set better boundaries, and you have to make your creativity and when I say creativity, it's not just a book. It's not just, me, honestly, sis. Creativity is your life. You have to hone in on your creative energy. In this time of chaos, what God is saying, I told y'all, this is teaching us how to become masters. So what our job is to put all of our focus, all of our energy into building the new life that we want, into thinking about our Ten of Cups. Angel number 1244. And everything is going to come. Look at this. Look, the crazy thing. The crazy thing is, look at this. Partnership under divine. And this is also another thing God is saying. I told y'all we're in divine partnership seasons. What God is saying is that it's somebody, you're still on this channel. You're still not going after your goals because you think it's going to take you away from love. And what God is trying to tell you is that if you going after your goals make somebody not want you, then that's not the person for you. The person who is for you is going to be in alignment with who you're trying to be. So that's why God said, release that person, so that you can become who you're meant to be. And then you can have everything. You can have the fulfilling relationship, and you can also have the family too. Look at all of this. Look, God is saying, love, love. And then here you have a whole fucking family. God says you get it all just by being true to you. Beyonce is not special. Everybody can be like Beyonce. Everybody can have what B has. Because you know why she has it? Love. That's why she has it. Because she loves it. Because this is what her heart's desire. And then you get it all. She protects it. Shit, we protect it. I didn't even know that the Renaissance leaked. That's how great my timeline is. It ain't even come on my goddamn timeline. I didn't even know it leaked. I'm just saying, that's a random thing. And then look at this. This is the last thing I want to focus on the cards. Abundance, 10 of Pentacles. Again, family, husband, wife, kids, dogs. Look at this in all of these cards. And this is the problem we have been taught. Our society has conditioned us to believe that you can either have money or you can have a great family. You can either be a great wife or you can be a great entrepreneur, but you can't have both. And what God is saying is that is a lie. Every card on here has family. Every card on here has a partnership. What God is saying is you're not meant to do this alone. And again, your creativity is not for you. It's for others. Let me read this really quickly so I can move on. Oh, that's not it. Okay, God said if that's what it opened up to, it is it. Okay. But what if you don't want the thing you are looking at to disappear? You should always want it to. There is nothing in your reality to hold on to. Yet, if you do choose the illusion of your life over ultimate reality, you may simply recreate it, just as you created it to begin with. In this way, you may have in your life what you choose to have and eliminate from your life what you no longer wish to experience. Yet never resist anything. If you think that by your resistance you would eliminate it, think again. A lot of you guys are resisting love. You don't even want to go down this path of thinking about love, of being in love, but this is your divine right to have love as a spiritual being. This is what you're meant for. Nobody is meant to be on this world just fucking being rich and famous for no fucking reason. You're supposed to do it for something. You're supposed to do it to leave a legacy. That's why you feel it. That's why you have so much resistance, because your soul is like, this isn't true. We have such a fucked up relationship with our body that when our body is giving us information, instead of listening to it, we resist it. Your body is telling you, I want love, I need love, and your mind is being like, what the fuck you talking about? You don't need love, you don't need nobody. Yes, the fuck you do. Nobody is meant to be in this world by themselves. Let me move on. Yet never resist anything. If you think that by your resistance you will eliminate it, think again. You only plant it more firmly in place. Have I not told you that all thought is creative? Even a thought that says, I don't want something. If you don't want it, why think about it? Don't give it a second thought. Yet if you must think about that, if you cannot not think about it, then do not resist it. Rather, look at it directly. Accept the reality as your creation. Then choose to keep it or not, as you wish. What will dictate that choice? Who and what you think you are, and who and what you choose to be. This dictates all choice. Every choice you have made in your life and you ever will make. Let me read that one more time. Angel number 1757. What would dictate? So right here, I'm reading my conversations with God, and they're having a conversation on, how did this start? We're always talking about that. What you resist persists. What you resist persists. And that's why God is saying you should never resist anything, because just by your pure resistance to it, you keep it in your energy. By you saying, I don't want something, but you're constantly thinking about it. I told y'all, the universe don't know a difference between you don't want something and you want something, because you're thinking about it. So what God is saying, if you don't want something, why think about it at all? And then God is saying, if you can't help but to think about it, if you can't help but to think about love, or you can't help but to think about this person, really look at it and figure out, why is this person on your mind so much? Or why are you thinking about this so much? Why are you thinking about love so much? Because you want love. Why are you thinking about family so much? Because you want family. Why do you think about friends so much? Because you want to belong. So why deny what your body is telling you? Just accept that for truth. And when you accept that you want it, because just like he said, why you get the idea. Okay, let's go back. If you don't want it, why think about it? Don't give it a second thought. Yet if you must think about that is, if you cannot not think about it, then do not resist it. Rather, look at whatever is directly, accept the reality as your creation. Your thought, whatever you are thinking about, it's in your mind. It's in there because this is something you created. This is what God is saying, how powerful you are. You're always creating things. I think that's why God started this year off with us really honing in on our thoughts, really trying to get us to become the emperor of our life. This is what God is saying. You have the power. You can't look at the outside world and ask the outside world to give you power. No. This creation happens in 3 steps. It first happens in your thoughts you think, the words you speak, and then the actions that you take. The problem is you guys are taking these actions thinking, oh, I'm powerful, I'm the man, but deep down inside, you don't feel worthy for love. You don't feel like the man. And that's why you're not getting it. But God is saying, if you think that you are the man, if you choose to be the emperor of your life, and you choose on a day-to-day basis to set boundaries to only create the world that you want to create, if every single day you focus on love, you focus on filling up your cup, you focus on showing up in the world the way that you want, of course you're going to get to your 10 of cups. Of course you're going to get to your happily ever after. It's not going to happen like that, but it's going to fucking happen. Because every single day, that is where your energy is directing, okay? This is why God has been honing in on us all year about your thoughts. This is where it starts. You become the alchemist. You become successful. You become the baller. You become the millionaire first in your mind. And then in the stories that you're telling yourself on a day-to-day basis. I think earlier this week I tweeted, what stories are you telling yourself? We talk about the Bible and we say there's life or death in the tongue so much that we don't even know what that shit really means. Angel number 2123. This is where you go. How are you speaking to yourself? Are you speaking life to yourself? Are you talking to yourself about your 10 of cups? Are you talking to yourself about how you're going to overcome everything? Are you talking about yourself about this abundance that you're going to leave behind? I literally started to get in the habit of talking to money. Hey, money, I know we got a fucked up relationship. Hey, money, I know I really didn't trust you before in the past, but I want to do better. I want you to know that you can trust me. I want you to know that I'm going to be somebody that's going to be good to you. I'm speaking life to money. I'm speaking life to abundance, to let abundance know that, hey, in the past, I didn't trust you. Hey, in the past, I had issues, but I want to be better now because I want to be abundant. I choose my abundance timeline. I choose to be the best that I can be. And there's nothing, no man, no woman, no parent, no nothing that's going to get me off of my path. Period. I have made up my mind. I'm going to be successful. I told you guys I had a Raven Simone moment yesterday where it literally felt like I literally felt like I was in my fucking debt timeline. Like I was just washing the dishes and I felt it. I felt it. The book was successful. The book was out there. I was in another career. There was no resistance. It was just happiness and joy. And for a minute, I'm like, what the fuck just happened? And then I came back. It was that quick. But I know, I'm like, oh, I did the work. I'm here. And this is what God is saying. This is what they talk about. We got to break down these spiritual practice that people say. Yeah, you can tell yourself it, but if you don't really believe it, then again, you're just working and trying to, you have to really believe it in your mind, heart, and body. It has to be the trifecta. Everything happens in 3. The creations happens in 3 steps. Everything. I'm sorry. I don't want to keep going. I'm just going to say this. Who and what you think you are and who you want to be. Who and what you think you are and who you and what you choose to be. This dictates all choice, every choice you have ever made and will ever make. I think earlier this year we had a message that changing your life is something you do on a day-to-day basis. Your actions dictate who you really think you're supposed to be. Friday, I was just randomly on my timeline and I've been following like Shannon Houston. She was a writer in Lovecraft Country. She was on that podcast and now she's a showrunner for Shula. And like, I just been following her and I really fuck with her. Like, I vibe with her energy. And she was like, I'm gonna be here tonight. And it was the full moon ritual. And at first I felt kind of like, you know, I felt a little stalkery because I'm like, damn, like she put that up and then I showed up. But then it was just like, no, fuck that. Like, that's where I want to be. This is the life I want to live. I want to be like her. I want to have my own. I want to be a showrunner. This is what I want to do. And so if a showrunner is in doing full moon circles on a Friday night, then guess what? That's the fuck I'm going to be doing too. I'm going to have myself in that room. When I was at the healing retreat, we were in a circle and it was a brain surgeon there. And I guess I'm not trying to talk about people jobs, but I guess to just get you to understand, like, when you want to be successful, when you want to be the best you want to be, there is no days off. You do everything that you do is a reflection of who you think you are on the inside. And that's why you can't settle for less. That's why you have to have boundaries, because if you allow bullshit, then you're deciding that, hey, I'm trying to be our best I can be, but I'm also accepting bullshit. And that don't work, right? It's like you're trying to serve two masters. It's like you're trying to be two people. You have to choose who you are. If you want to be successful, if you want to be in a loving relationship, then you can't be in situations and partnerships that are not loving to you, right? Let's move on really quickly. My attention to unwanted attracts more unwanted. This is what God is trying to get you to understand. You have to get control of your thoughts, baby. You become nothing if you don't get control of your thoughts. For every pleasing thought, there is an unpleasing for every pleasing thought, there is an unpleasing counterpart. For within every particle of the universe that is wanted, which is wanted, as well as the lack of that which is wanted. When you focus upon unwanted aspects of something in an effort to push it away from you, it only comes closer to you. It goes back to what it was saying in this Conversations with God. What you resist persists. So you keep saying, I don't want to be like my mama. I don't want to be like my mama. You become your mom, because that's what you're thinking about subconsciously. I had to realize that. I something else happened with my car. I took it into the dealership. Now they talking about me paying another $2,000. And I'm like, you know what? I can't keep putting shit in this car. Now my brother was like, well, maybe you have to start looking at getting a new car. And I realized the reason why I have apprehension, or I'm nervous about getting a new car, you know, moving into a new apartment, it's all because of my fucking credit score. It's all because I still have issues with, being honest, I still have issues with paying my fucking bills on time. I still have issues with being responsible with my money. Because my mind is like, oh, as long as I have money in my bank account, I'm fine. Instead of realizing that just like the universal laws of balance, what you owe, you have to put out. And so that's why I was like, you know what? I keep saying I don't want to be like my mom, but I'm subconsciously being like her. And so I had to make this decision that, you know what? I don't care how this pans out. I am going to set up my shit for my, my student loans, which I got the private and I got federal. So it's like, I'm going to set that shit up. I'm going to pay off these things, get my credit together. And I'm just, so I can stop worrying, because this is what you need good credit for, so that you can be able to be like, okay, this car keeps having issues. Let me just go get a new one. This is why you need it. It's not, it ain't got shit to do. Yeah, fuck the government, all that stuff. Yeah, whatever. But this is why you need it, so that you can show that you're responsible. What's the point in me doing all of this stuff to become, spiritually and mentally, balanced, get my body together, and then I'm financially fucked up? Did you see what I'm saying? Like, you have to make that choice. And I realized, like, oh, by me ignoring my finances, by me ignoring, those issues, I'm making a choice to be irresponsible. I'm not making a choice to be the best person I can be. I'm actually making a choice to be like my mom, essentially. So it's like, you see what I'm saying? It's like, I say I don't want to be her, but then subconsciously I'm doing all of these things that are like her. So I have to like really release that and step up to become who I am, who I want to be, making better choices. I want to be financially savvy. I want to be a millionaire. I can't be a millionaire and I still have issues with money. I can't be a millionaire and I still can't pay my bills. I can't be a millionaire and my credit score fucked up. You see what I'm saying? And it's not, it's because I recognize that with me, I'm not making choices that are in alignment with who I'm ultimately trying to be. I told you, if Oprah was to call tomorrow, I'm going to be down in Atlanta struggling, or in California struggling to even get an apartment because my credit score is fucked up. I'm not prepared for my blessing. And this is what God is trying to get you to understand. The creativity, you living the life of your dreams, it's not you feeling like, oh, let me wait until I get to that place. No, you do the actions. You become that person now. You make those choices. You make those things that make you become that person now. You practice. What you practice in private becomes public. Just like how I was practicing these yoga classes and then they became actual yoga. It manifests into a physical yoga class that I can actually instruct. That's because I was practicing in private. So I have to practice better habits. I have to practice better money habits so that money can feel comfortable with me. And then I can truly accept all of this abundance that's meant for me. Because you can't be scared of money and you want money. You see what I'm saying? Like it blocks it out. Because you get what you give your attention to, whether it is something that you want or you do not want. It is up to you to focus upon and attract what is wanted. This is your power as a spiritual being. Last thing, I have control over the thoughts I think. God is really trying to get y'all to understand that this is your power as a spiritual being. Our power as a spiritual being is that we have control over the thoughts that we think. This is how we create our life, by the thoughts that we think. Since you have control over what thoughts you offer, what will be more just than the powerful law of attraction responding equally to everyone who offers a vibration? So this is what God is trying to tell you. When you think a vibration of love, that's why it's so important for you to do what you love, because that's the strongest fucking vibration there is. When you do that on a daily basis, of course it's going to into the 10 of cups. Of course it's going into, total abundance, because every single day that's where you're emanating love. That's the highest vibration there is. Once you gain control of the thoughts you think, your sense of injustice will subside and you will be replaced with the exuberance of life and the zest to create that which you were born with. Let everything in your universe be an example of the way that the universe works. I want you for this week, just for the rest of the month, I want you to see what happens when you actively choose to only focus on what you want. God is also telling you the shortages of time or money are perpetual. For everyone who's saying, oh, and then look at this, the law of attraction is responding to my every vibration. God is really trying to get you to get it. You are not running out of time. You are exactly where you need to be. And so for the rest of this month, I want you to actively try. Every time a negative thought or unwanted thought comes on it, I want you to focus on a thought that is more pleasing. I want you to find a thought that is more in alignment with who you want to become. That's your homework. We're going to stop right there because we did a lot of reading. This message is all about God just trying to show us that we are the emperor of our life and that we have the power to create our reality. That is our power as creative beings. That are our power as spiritual beings. And that happens by us first gaining control over the words that we speak to others, being mindful of the energies that we allow, and then also what we're doing on a day-to-day basis. Making sure that we're making choices in love and alignment with who we ultimately want to be. If we do that and focus on the wanted and not the unwanted, then eventually we will look up and see if our lives have changed. I'm going to make sure that I link the article, You Are Not Your Thoughts, down below. But I don't want to get this message any more confused. This is just God just trying to show you that you have control over the thoughts that you think, even if you try just a little bit. I'm going to end this message with just a mantra. God, what is a mantra that we can use if we find ourselves going into a negative thought pattern, or that we're thinking about something unwanted? Please give us a mantra that we can use to just keep us focused on creating the life of our dreams. Allow no room for doubt or confusion. One last card. What is the mantra that we can use? All right, I'm going to take the one on the bottom. Actually, we'll take this one. The mantra that God wants you to focus on is, We're going to take the one on the bottom, and I'll say this one. I am healthy. I honor my body, and I'm grateful for the work it does for me. I nourish my body through self-care. I rest when I need to rest. I eat nourishing meals when I need to eat, and I exercise when I need to exercise. I am healthy. So if you find yourself just having, maybe some negative thoughts about your body, just tell yourself, I am healthy. I'm in the process of building healthier habits. I'm going to work on that. And just again, instead of thinking, oh, I look fat, I look this, just say, I am healthy. I am every day working towards eating better, eating clean, taking care of my body so that I can become whole inside and out. But the mantra that God wants you to focus on when you have unwanted thoughts to come up is, I am discerning. I love myself enough to say no to the people and situation that does not serve my highest good. I am discerning. So this is what you're going to focus on all this week. Whenever something negative come up, whenever something unwanted come up, do you love yourself enough? Lord, where did it go? Where did it go? All right, I done lost it. But do you love yourself enough to focus on the things that you want and not the things that you do not want? That is your work this week. Every time an unwanted thought come up, I want you to tell yourself, I am discerning. I love myself. I love myself enough to say no to people and situations that does not serve my highest good. God is just trying to show us that you become the alchemist of your life on a day-to-day basis and by the choices that you make. So always choose ones that are in your highest good. All right, y'all. That is all the messages I have for you. If you made it to the end of this message, give me a thumbs up. If you made it to the end of this message, you are not subscribed. What are you waiting for? Until we meet again, dream those dreams. Never let the internet rush you, and never ever let someone tell you what you cannot do. Mwah. Talk to you soon. Bye.